When Linda first approached me about it, I said, yeah, it's a valid strategy. Will it work? That remains to be seen. Malad wrote,
King of EIDL.
Who would that be, Linda Ray?
Welcome to Advancing with Financing. I'm Linda Ray.
I'm Trevor. Sounds complicated. It's not. It's easy stuff.
That's why we break these down into small little videos.
And if we want to make it easy for you, the SBA process is complicated enough. Watch the videos. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
How long do I have to wear this thing?
You can take it off now. As things progress with the EIDL loans, different things start popping up, new requirements or different ways the different reps are managing the loan. Sometimes you get lucky with a great loan officer and sometimes you don't. And Melissa, thank you, because you also were an inspiration to this topic of the whole stamped returns.
Yeah, Melissa called the IRS and they said, no, you cannot go to the office to get your return stamped. Don't take no for an answer. Be a loan officer. Always apply. Golden rule. So Melissa went to the IRS office anyway and then, oh my gosh, she got them stamped.
And
not take no for an answer from the IRS and actually get something done.
Then people started talking about the stamped return. The loan officer wasn't accepting it. So
Possibility that could happen. This whole stamp thing, when this first came up here on the show or whatever, I don't know where it came up. It's a valid strategy. Will it work? That remains to be seen. I used to do this in the mortgage business because my underwriter at the bank would say, listen, you want to get this deal closed? The IRS is backed up 6 weeks on transcripts. Get your borrower, your applicant, and put them in your car, drive them over to the IRS office there in the Bronx and get the tax return stamped. The underwriter who was going to approve the loan say, if you show me a stamped return from the IRS, I'll accept that as proof of validity of the tax returns and therefore clear the file for closing. Bingo. It's a quality control measure, the whole tax transcript thing. You can use it to review income, but essentially the reason SBA is asking for it is to verify that the tax returns you submit in the file are the actual tax returns that you filed, that you didn't give them fake tax returns. Because yeah, people actually do that. So that's the whole purpose of it. It is a valid strategy that our friend Melissa went to the IRS office and got the stamp on it. But this remains to be seen whether you will be successful when presenting this to the SBA to clear your file for your EIDL increase approval, because it really comes down to, as we've said all along, any aspect of the SBA EIDL process is about who's working on your file. Please remember, when you filled out your EIDL application last year and you got money last year, by the way, you got the money. That's why you're getting an EIDL or requesting an increase this year, because you got it last year. So try to remember the torture you went through waiting for that approval last year and try to give yourself a little extra level of patience with the process. You didn't have to provide a tax return last year. That's why SBA is asking you for your 2019 tax return this year to verify the information. We're already seeing loans being declined because the loan reps don't understand the difference between what you put on your application last year and your tax return transcript or your tax return they're looking at. We've talked about it here on the show before. We've had to explain that. Those loans are getting declined. Folks at the SBA are not recognizing the fact that when you all filled out these EIDL applications in March, April, and May of last year, most of you hadn't done your tax returns yet because the IRS had extended it to June 17th of last year, or was it June 15th? But it was on extension. So nobody had their tax returns done. And their CPAs were busy helping those businesses do PPP loans and do EIDL applications. So nobody was filing tax returns. Many people were flying by the seat of their pants and putting in incomplete bookkeeping records for cost of goods sold.
Let's just drop the really bad news. If you've not filed a tax return yet, including 2019, you're going to have a difficult time getting approved.
You won't be approved. Let's say this. If you have not or only recently filed your 2019 tax return, the IRS is backed up. They were affected by COVID just like you. What's going to happen is the SBA needs to get your transcript. At the SBA, it's a firm rule. If the transcript comes back, no record found, automatic declination. So you'll have to file a reconsideration. So just prepare yourself for that. Please stop asking everybody on Reddit, what happens if I filed my tax return recently, or the worst, amended tax return? Why are you amending your tax returns right now? Like, well, you're in the middle of this. It's like asking if they're going to run your credit report. You're applying for a loan. They're going to run your credit.
I need you to stop.
If you are declined, file a reconsideration. Better yet, you should just hire us.
Now is a good time to read your loan agreement
And, do other things about your business.